Beatus Essay. This is High Priestess Yashodhara Singh. Welcome you viewer to your prediction for the month of April. This is your general prediction. It covers all the birth dates. So for the month of April, if you remember, we picked out the card of love and picked out the card of spiritual guidance and protection from harm that is being the gift from your guardian angel to you. If you want to know what this means, rewind the tape and listen to the annual forecast of 2024. You'll know what this means. All right, let me take out one by one what the cards hold for you. 10 of Wands is a card that says that in the month of April, you will be working very hard. You'll keep your head down and burn the midnight oil, so to speak, even to reach some kind of a deadline or project or an aim, something that you have worked towards, which is great. But just make sure of two things. Number one, that you rest enough, and number two, that you're not doing this to sweep something else that should take priority at this point of time under the carpet. Okay, right. The next card is perfection. So you will be paying attention to the small details here. I have nothing against it, but perfectionists can also be sticklers, which means that they might create a situation where you miss out on the bigger picture because you're focusing on the small things. Try and keep a balance. That's very important. If you want to keep you want to nitpick on the details, then if you're accountable for it, great. If you're responsible for someone else who's accountable for it, then again you have to be very careful and choose the words that you use, so that you're encouraging the person, not to defeat the whole purpose. Keep an eye out on the grand scheme of things. Be a perfectionist, but know how to tone it down, right? Because then you can also get crabby and you can also be a little judgmental about other people's performances. Expectations is another thing you should be careful about in this card. King of Wands, don't go by the gender. You could be a male also, a female also. We are talking about you being a Leo, or you're either you're a Leo or you're dealing with a Leo. This card means that people are coming to you. They trust you, and the advice that you give, they're using it in their life, and it works. But when it comes to you yourself, you're not confident enough to take your own advice. In short, you need to practice what you preach. You need to be self-confident and erase all elements of self-doubt. And that is how you will be a better person, a better version of yourself. And if you need help in this, get in touch with us and let's see what we can do for you. The Temperance card, the beautiful card of balance. You could be a Sagittarian, of course, or dealing with one. This card means that you need to balance certain aspects of your life in the month of April. It's very, very important. Since we are all unique in our own personal, in our own ways, you will know best what I mean by that. You will find that there are some things which are disbalanced in your life, some situations, some aspects of your life. You need to balance it out. Most of the time, it is between work life, professional life and personal life, or between rest and work. Try and figure that out and you will be in a happier place and in more control of your life, right? Six of Wands, a beautiful card we use a lot for spell casting. This card speaks about the fact that you are at the moment you are victorious. It could be anything. When people say, sometimes they say, my victory card came out, but I haven't experienced anything of late. It could be anything. Getting rid of a bad habit, going over a hill, an obstacle, accomplishing a small event, even if it is like learning something new. There is something that is an added feather in your cap. The size of the feather doesn't matter. What matters is that it is something which is added up in your list of the good things that you've accomplished. Okay, so take it like that. It could be a huge thing, which is in materialistic ways. It means a promotion, a lottery, or a very successful marriage, or a very successful venture, anything of that sort. Like I said, from the outside world. Inside, it may mean that you have learned a beautiful new meditation technique. You have finished a really difficult book. Depends, right? So Six of Wands. So that's happening in April, and I'm really happy for you, because even if it's the smallest accomplishment for you, it's a victory all the same. Eight of Wands tells me that something is already in the process. It is already coming towards you. The process has already started. What you need to know is it is forward moving. It is progressive. It's coming with a massive speed, and it's going to be something that you are wanting that will work faster, expedited, so to speak, in your favor, of course. The star card tells me that you're an Aquarian or dealing with one. This card also means that in a situation where you feel that all hope is lost, guess what? It's not. You still have hope in this situation, so don't give up. Hope, it seems, in this situation is still there. So hang in there and stay strong. This card also means that you need to pay a little more careful, pay a little more heed and be careful about your karmic baggage. Are you accumulating karmic baggage? And by that, I mean, it doesn't mean that you're pelting stones at the neighbor. Karmic baggage can also be accumulated if you're not being fair to yourself. If there is a lot of self-sacrifice involved, that's not good karma. So don't think like that. And I don't care who's told you, it's absolute rubbish. If you don't take care of yourself, if you're putting too much of yourself out there, if you're being irresponsible and not taking care of yourself, if you're harming yourself, this is all bad karma. Please have your karmic baggage released. Karmic baggage also comes from the ancestors. It also comes from the people that you are involved with, right? In mind, body and spirit. So you need to have this checked in case there is a karmic blockage. And then, of course, release it. Oisin, the beautiful Oisin card. So this one is the brown tree dragon. He is considered to be the oldest and the largest dragon. In some communities, he's revered. You need to feel the deep yearning within you, is what he's here to say. Please do not suppress this need any longer. It resounds, because it resounds, of course, now you're like emanating that energy out, because it's in each and every cell of your body. So whatever it is that you feel this need, that, maybe it could be something as simple as, I really need to take a break. Make a travel plan. Even if you don't get leave now, make a travel plan so that you're working towards it. Again, when you're working towards something, ultimately that thing will materialize, because you're manifesting it through your work. If it is something like you want to increase your investment, if it is something like you're trying to attract a soulmate, or somebody who you can, a companion, somebody you can spend the rest of your life with. Maybe it is something like you want to manifest a material object. So what is it that you're yearning for, right? I'll give you my example. I yearn to make magic easily accessible and available to every human being walking on this earth. And I want Drakaina to be as beautiful, that it's a gift that has been granted, and I want you all to experience that gift and let it transform your life and let you gain more control of your life. That's what my dream is, and I'm working towards it, and eventually I'll get there because I'm working towards it. So what is it that you yearn for in the month of April? Find out what it is, write it down, and manifest it. You remember you have the full moon, you have the new moon, you have so many beautiful natural ways of manifesting it, not to mention your own thoughts and feelings. So Lord Hanuman is here, and he speaks about dedication. That's your next card. You need to dedicate yourself to a higher power, to something you believe in, because the source is important. For us, it is Baba, Ma and Baba, Shiva Shakti, Ardhanarishwara, so Lord Shiva and Ma Durga. As you undertake your endeavors, approach them with honesty. So no cutting corners, integrity and purity of heart. It's when you're walking a path, remember, we have certain thumb rules, and this is a universal law. Nobody's made them. This is what the law is, and you need to follow it. Don't step on toes. There is no stepping on toes. That's a thumb rule. Don't do that. Don't cut corners, right? Listen to your gut. Take decisions depending whether your mind is required or your heart is required, right? So emotions on one side, logic in the other, so on and so forth. You will sense whether you're doing the wrong thing or the right thing. So plan accordingly. And the last card for the month of April for you is the card of the scribe. So looks like there is paperwork involved. You might even study, research, increase your knowledge about something, or you may have a lot of written work involved. You may also have some exams, qualifications. You may even have some written work, some designs, presentations that you'll have to do. Don't shy away from it, and don't think, I'll shelf it for later. No. If it's come here, it means this will be something that will be beneficial for you in the long run. So put in that effort, put your pen to paper, and get the job done. All right, viewer, that's all I have for you for the month of April. I will see you in the next video. Until then, love, light, and knowledge to you all. Beatus Esse and Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina.